how to edit a Shopify website. So in this video, I'll be guiding you step by step on how and what you can edit inside your Shopify store to make it your own. So let's start. So one of the first things you will need to do, of course, is log into your Shopify account. Once you're logged into your Shopify account, we're gonna go first to our online store. And once you're in your online store, you'll be in the online store page. So this is what I call the theme page, where you'll be able to start editing your Shopify store. So to start editing the design of your Shopify store, right, you want to go ahead and just select edit theme. So now that we're inside the theme editor, right, it's just taking a little longer to load, right? It does look a little bit scary, but it's actually very, very easy to navigate, right, in your Shopify theme editor. So if you noticed, right, when I'm hovering and moving my mouse cursor to different sections of the theme editor, it's highlighted with a blue container. So that blue container is letting you know where you can start editing. So let's take this example, the header, right? If I go ahead and click the header, on the right side, you'll notice that there is more options to go ahead and customize the header of this of my Shopify theme store here, right? So for example, I could go ahead and move the logo to the left, right? I might like it, right? Move my menu position to the center maybe now, right? And then maybe I want a search icon, right? So that customers can search for different products in my online store. Click the right, maybe I want the right side now, right? Or maybe I don't want it anymore, right? So you could just go ahead and play around with this inside the theme editor, right? Again, it's really, really easy to edit, and you'll always know what section you're editing, because when on the right side, right, you'll see it says header. If I click the hero, it's gonna say hero, and so you'll know exactly what part of your Shopify store you're currently editing right now. If maybe the blue container does not look highlighted too much, right? And so that's how you could go ahead and edit inside the theme editor. So one of the next things you'll want to do, of course, is maybe you want to customize maybe not certain sections of your store, but maybe whole pages of your store, but without having to manually do section by section, right? So for example, let's say I want to maybe make the background of this white, right, of my Shopify, or a different color, right? So what we're gonna do, instead of having to go section by section and change the color, right, as you can see right here, I could click the background and click section by section, right? That's gonna take a long time, right? If you have a lot of pages, it's not a good use of your time. So what we're gonna do here inside the theme editor is the second option is to click this settings icon inside the theme editor. Go ahead and click it. And so now you can see here on the left side, we have a ton of more things that we could customize. For example, we could go and customize the logo of the store here, right? We could go and customize the typography of our Shopify store, right? Maybe we don't want the newsreader, right? So maybe we wanted something else like Helvetica, or we're gonna just maybe choose, let's see if we have intern here. So yes, we do. So maybe we want to switch to this theme, right? So as you can see here, it changed, right? The body section, right? Maybe we want the accent as well to be intern, right? Maybe we just want every single text to be intern now, right? So there you go. You can see it's being changed. So again, instead of having to manually do this section by section, we could do this for the whole Shopify store, right? So now every body text, every subheading text, every heading text, and every accent text will be intern, right? So we're gonna just search here, intern, right? And so there we go. And maybe we want the text not to be this gray, or maybe we want it to be black, right? So every text now in the whole website of my store is going to be black, right? Again, if I wanted to, I could customize this only text to be something else. I can do that by clicking here and text color, and this will only affect this page, right? So there we go. So it still hasn't updated when I went to typography here in the text, right? And so that's one of the powerful features inside the theme editor when it comes to theme settings, right? So we can go ahead and just change a lot of things. Maybe our page color, maybe we don't want this palette color no more, right? Maybe we want something else, something more elegant. So we could just check this one out and let's see if it worked. So it looks like it did work, but maybe we want something darker. Right, so as you can see here on the announcement bar section where it was before, it was working. But let's see if we could go to our products page. If the background changed. So it has not changed yet, right? So it either could be a delay or there is something very, very wrong. And let's see if it goes to pages here. So yeah, it hasn't updated yet. So as you can see here, there's a ton of things that you can edit throughout the whole store within the theme settings. Again, this will affect everything in your store if you're using this feature right here. Now, the next thing you are able to edit, right, is your menu and navigation. So maybe you need to add more pages, right, or edit, the look and the navigation. Maybe you want the watch to be here and frequently asked questions to be there, and so on. So let's go ahead and do that right now. We're gonna go ahead and click save, and we're gonna go exit. Right, so now to make those changes, right, first to add pages, you could go to under online store pages, right, and here is where you'll be able to edit the pages of either adding a new one or editing your current pages here, right, and you'll be able just to confirm it's visible so that you can add it to your main menu. So let's go ahead and go to content now, menus, right, main menu. And so here you'll be able to customize and move around your menu items. You could do this by just going here and just dragging and drop, right? Or maybe you want to do subheaders, right? So you want to nest this menu. So what you could do is do this. So maybe under about us, you want the frequently asked questions to be located under. So there you go. And then maybe you want the contact us to be even more deep, right? So you could do this and you could customize it so that it could look and feel how you like it, right? Of course, maybe you're not gonna want this exact setup, right? It doesn't make sense, but you get the gist of maybe if you have multiple products, let's say t-shirts, you wanna maybe add men's t-shirts and then a header, a subheader for men's and women's, right? And then maybe a subheader for selling t-shirts again for kids, right? So you have everything sectioned off, and it's just easier for a customer to locate those products. So these are some of the changes that you'll be able to make. We're going to discard because we don't want to save that as well. And one of the last things you'll be able to edit, of course, is your products, right? So how to do this is you could go to your Shopify store inside, go to products, and go to the selected product you want to edit. And so here you'll be able to customize your product, right? So you'll be able to customize the title, the description of it, add images, remove images, right? Change the prices, right? Change how much are available in certain locations of your product, right? Add variants. So if you sell clothing like t-shirts, what type of sizes do you sell? Small, medium, large, extra large, etc., right? And you'll be able to also customize the search engine listing as well from here for your search SEO for future cases. So that is all the different ways that you can go ahead and make changes to your online store. Of course, one of the harder ones that you're going to probably want to play around with is your online store, right, in the theme editor, so you can have the look and feel that you want for your store. Now, if you have any questions about this, you can always comment down below and I'll be happy to help you out.